I am here to share our support for House Bill 2474. If you had asked me last year where I'd be today, I would tell you that I'd be finalizing contracts, making final corrections on our submitted permit, and preparing to break ground on the Kenmore supportive housing project. This project was especially exciting because we know that deeply affordable housing is needed everywhere.
We learned in committee about the difficulties that nonprofit housing developers have had with trying to provide home and shelter for our unhoused neighbors.
The most recent example of these difficulties in my city is the devastating loss of a permanent supportive housing project that would have been delivered by Plymouth Housing.
This bill would help ensure that our cities are complying with the state statutes and intent to create housing that reduces homelessness.
Sadly, we are seeing unprecedented opposition to new low-income and supportive housing projects more frequently and with more intensity. I'm here today because last week, a fully funded, shovel-ready project that we had been working on for nearly 2 years was hijacked by misinformation and fear-mongering.
Although I support local control is being abused by bad actors in this case. We also had agitators rile up crowds with misinformation, making them think that Kenmore was the only community being asked to provide supportive housing.
To be clear, we do not believe the majority of this city's residents or its council are opposed to housing solutions. We understand that we need to do a lot more to educate folks about affordable housing. However, it is just a fact that local governments can be bullied by vocal minorities into canceling city-sponsored projects that are legal and funded simply because they do not like its residents.
HB 2474 restricts local government's ability to exercise discretion in zoning decisions related to transitional housing, permanent supportive housing, and emergency shelters. Most importantly, HB 2474 significantly dilutes the role of public involvement in local planning processes by transferring significant authority to the Department of Commerce and limiting local discretion. HB 2474 distances decision-making from the communities it affects, thereby undermining public trust and engagement.
This bill is not the answer. The requirements of this bill will be quite onerous. We expect a lot of our cities in terms of complying with the permit process timelines, and this will add additional burden to them getting through those processes in a reasonable amount of time.
You know, I understand and respect the intent of the bill, and it's looking to enforce a law, but we don't typically create more laws to enforce laws that already have enforcement mechanisms.
Using commerce to force cities to comply and show cause for why they may not cite one of these facilities is, in my view, a step too far and deserves a little further consideration.
Our unhoused neighbors are worthy. They deserve a place to live. We should be able to build livable housing.
We can't let fear and bureaucracy deny proven solutions. Plymouth ends homelessness with housing and built-in supports for those who need it most.
Mr. Chair, there are 8 ayes, 5 nays, 0 excused, and 0 absent.
By your vote, House Bill 2474 is reported out of committee with a do pass recommendation, and that concludes our work for the day.